Hey, welcome, everybody. I just want to jump into this video just to show you the technical side of things, because as you know, on our psychology channel and mindset and life, trading life, I don't really talk a lot about obviously the entry because there's, up teen channels and loads of that kind of stuff over there. But I'm going to put this on the second channel just so you can have a little look of things that I look for in the charts. So this morning, trade that we took, for me, I already taken a long before the London Open, and that's what I want to really go over before I explain potentially getting shorts and then why we broke up so high in relation to here right now. So as you can see, what we've got here is a long position. This long position here is what I want to speak over, and this short position is what I want to speak over, and then this break is what I want to cover in this video as well. So again, get you studying on, because people ask me how I trade. I trade the same way all the time. But in this video, I want to show you a different location of why I traded from that location. All right. So ultimately, what I like to trade from is I like to trade from like Asia high, as you can see just here. I like to trade from like Asia low. You can see here the previous daily low, etc., etc. But what I also do is recently, obviously because of options hedge in futures. So what I do is now is I look at the options levels, and that will explain here in a minute what I mean by that, of why that exploded through. But if you put your options levels with your key levels on your futures chart, you're going to make trading so much easier for you. And I'll break that down as I go into this video. But firstly, I want to show you why I got into a long opportunity this morning pre-London. Now, again, I normally wait for London to open, but this was too good for me to turn down. Nothing changed as in my entry criteria. Just my trade location was not an extreme. As you know, I like to go to extremes. But what this is a middle of the range. And you know, when we talk about don't diddle in the middle, this is a perfect example of where you should consider looking at where you're looking to try and get in trades for a continuation play. So what I want you to take notice of is just structure here. This was a failure. We broke and then we failed to get above back here. So that's the key thing that you're looking at here, structure, right? Then what I'm looking at is well, I need more than just structure to get into this trade. So what I like to do is sometimes I'll bring a fib from highs to lows of the range, and a Fibonacci can give you a good opportunity to get into the trade. Now, my fibs need to line up with key levels. I don't just jump in fibs anyway. I've traded fibs for a very, very long time, since I traded Bitcoin 5-6 years ago. And they're a very, very good confluence, but they're not good enough on their own. So in this case, this morning, it was structure was telling me that this is possibly going to be a move to the upside. To then top that off is we had a liquidity grab. You see this red line? This red line is indicating that this is more than likely going to be some sort of grab and continue. Now, I don't sit and just get into the trade as a minute that it hits my confirmation. If you know me by now, you know that I look for a 3 candle formation or a 4 candle formation. This is a perfect example of what I actually look for. You can see just here, that's a bearish structure. So then what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a bullish structure. And you can see that I'm looking to break above this key line here. That key line, as you can see, that's what I'm looking for. And I get that with this candle just here, this black candle here, maybe green on your chart. The minute that I get that candle from a key level with confluence, I'm looking to get into the trade. Now, I'm not going to go over bookmap here. I use bookmap. Bookmap was just obviously hanging around there. The sellers could not push that back down. And I then knew that this was going to be a trap, and that was a trap. And then what I look for is a very, very simple long position to the upside. I look for a little bit of a retest, gives me a better entry. I'm looking to take some scale off at the first pivot, which was 21,140. And then I'm looking to get up here. And that's exactly what happened for a nice trade this morning. Actually got another one of those new accounts from My Funded Futures over the line. And it's very, very simple of how I trade. No overcomplicated things, anything like that. Now, for me, this looks really simple, but I understand that a lot of people watching this, that may not be the case. All right. So if you want to know more about how I trade, etc., go and check out the other channel. Go and check out the way that I sort my mind out, help other people trade, etc., things like that. And if you are struggling with that, then you know exactly where to find me. There is a link below. Go and check that out, and I can teach you how I trade in a very, very simple way without all the noise. Now, to go more in depth, I also want to show you then this key part here. Now, once we come up to this level, I then have this here. And I said that in the group, I said that over in the circle group, that The reason I don't like this is because this candle does not close below the red line, which gives me an indication that the sellers are still in control or trying to gain control. And we chopped around here. I stayed in here a little bit long. We came up, we went down, and you may have got a 30 point or a 1-to-1, but it didn't give us what was looking for. But the reason that I took the trade from this key level, and remember, key levels is why you should be taking trades at those levels. You should not be messing around in any other area. But if I put my gamma levels on here, which is an indicator, menthol Q, it's like 100 pounds a month or something like that. But it gives us the levels from options. If you're trading futures, you need to start taking yourself to the next level and going to make sure that you have the options levels on your chart, because that's where you're going to make your money. And that's where the top traders start trading from. So as you can see here, this red line, I had a core resistance. That means that on the options chain, this is a potential resistance zone. And as you can see, we've chopped around and chopped around and chopped around that resistance zone. Now, if we break that resistance zone, this is going to move fast to GEX1, which is a gamma level 1, but more than likely it's going to hit the HVL, which is a high volume level. And I can tell you why, because I go into my menthol Q, and I can check my levels. I can see exactly what levels. I can look at the most important levels. Where's the biggest sellers? Where's the biggest? And then I add that with Bookmap to make me even easier. So it's not a guessing game. It's not maybe this, maybe that, or this might happen or that might happen. Of course, it might happen. However, it's very clear and it allows me to stay in control of my mindset. Now, if I go to this here, and what was I looking at today? I was asking AI over on the options chain, give me some information about what I need to look for today. Look what it tells me here. All right. Very, very important. Key resistance, 29,250. If price reaches this level with a weak volume, watch maybe for a sharp little turn to the downside. If it breaks, expect a continued rally to 29,520. So going back to the charts, the minute that we broke above here, we knew that we was wrong in any shorts. And we're not going to flip long because that's a breakout trade. I don't trade breakouts, but it can stop me from trying to short in all this. And look where we are now. We've got above the GEX1. We're at a point of control from Friday, and we're trying to do a 3-candle formation, but we can't quite give us one yet. So we stay out of the market for reversals, and this could continue to the highest volume node up to the upside. Now, if you're brand new to trading, this might feel, wow, what kind of language is that? He's just took a trading view chart to a completely next level with his options levels, Bookmap level. And this is not beginner friendly, all right? This is for the traders who are struggling already with an edge and can't seem to get on top of their edge, and their mindset is struggling. When you have this data, it allows you to remain in control of your decision making and you don't get impulsive. So I hope that you like this type of stuff. It will be going on the second channel, so make sure that you go over there. I'll tell everybody in the community that I'm putting it on the second channel. But this is what you need to look for to stop you out of trades. And I'm done for the day. I've wrapped up about $800-900, and I'm done. That is happy with me. And once that's across my multiple accounts, it could be a $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 day. So I'm happy with that. Hope you find value in that, and I'll see you all on the next one.